is enough. 8 is enough.
These New York residents want to give their mayor the boot in the upcoming election. After 8 years and what the law says should have been his last term in office.
He's buying the election, and we in the city of New York already voted down an extension of term limits twice.
Mayor Michael Bloomberg convinced the city council to let him run for a third term without a public referendum. But the issue is dogging his campaign. Listen to what happened during a debate with his Democratic opponent.
A lot of my sponsoring this debate, and then also.
Okay. Hold on 1 second, please, Mr. Mayor.
The heckler was escorted out, but the question was raised again.
Well, there are many people who think you're doing a very good job in office, but who are very offended by this and think it's a breach of democracy. Are you at all embarrassed by it?
As the founder of the financial media empire that bears his name, Bloomberg first ran for mayor on his record as a businessman in 2001. At that time, he spoke out against overriding term limits to benefit then-Mayor Rudy Giuliani.
Who do we want? Bloomberg!
Now he and his powerful supporters say the city needs him in these tough economic times.
A lot of my friends came to me, and people that I didn't even know, and asked me to run again.
The mayor isn't the only one to reverse his position on term limits. New York's 3 major newspapers, The Times, The Post, and The Daily News, all flip-flopped when Bloomberg decided to run for a third term.
Each of them met with him, and they gave him the sign-off before there was any public debate, before there was any discussion. They just said, Mike, you want another one, baby? You got it as far as I'm concerned.
Mike Bloomberg's 5-borough economic opportunity plan will create or save 400,000 jobs.
Bloomberg has spent $65 million of his own money on the campaign so far, producing countless slick ads. He's outspent his competitor Bill Thompson 16-1 in what promises to be the most expensive mayoral campaign in history.
Not only can Mike Bloomberg spend endless amounts of money, but the people who normally would be giving to the Democratic candidate in New York won't give to Billy Thompson because it'll offend Mike Bloomberg.
Bloomberg says the voters will ultimately decide if he should have run again.
But the voters have a choice. And if that's their issue on November 3rd, they can express themselves.
Who's running for mayor this year?
Mayor Bloomberg and someone else.
It's mostly Bloomberg I've seen.
Do you know the other guy?
Not really.
Do you know who's running for mayor?
The Bloomberg only I know.
But it appears many voters feel they have little choice.
Running New York, it's the second toughest job in America.
Kristen, Saloomey, Al Jazeera, New York.